Now it's the veteran Jamal Williams.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The Chiefs at 500 hit 6-6. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong in that victory a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On second down, Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Back to the running game with Mostert.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway. And
he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Here's a diving catch right side. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
credit that play defensively to Marcus Peters. He got downhill in a hurry.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Herbert. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now Herbert. Pass complete. He's got Hendershot.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
A 1st carry for Najee Harris. Brought down at the 20.
Patrick Queen on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Chiefs 7, Bills 0.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They snap it to Herbert. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the 1st.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the 1st down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
On goal-to-goal times when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit, a great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Herbert now.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. And Caleb Shudak on now for the field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, Young. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
They find some open field here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Young off the bootleg. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Chiefs are able to stretch out their lead.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Runs over it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. They're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out, something that lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Into the hands of Hendershot.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Caleb Shudak on now for the field goal.
Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now here's Young.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It's Young off play action. Rolling to his right. Oh, Young loses it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
3rd and 2.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
St. Brown motioning left. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert to about the 33-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, Young. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
That is caught, and he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 14. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
14 yards.
And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 11.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And able to get this to the 31.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Mostert.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Young on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns. But in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
There he goes, left side. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw here, Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Young off the play fake. This is caught. It's Cooks.
Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
A big play there for KC. 59 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Mostert is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Williams will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown.
Roses to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Chiefs 31, Bills 9. Albert Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
They'll start the drive with Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Play action. It's Herbert.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
And this is a situation where as a head coach you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight.
Here's a diving catch right side. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A gain of 27 on the play.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2.
Herbert to throw.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw? Extra defenders bearing down on it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
That'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Albrecht Rosas on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
An audible here to get a new look. Oh, they're changing this at the line. How about this? They'll change it at the line.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. Rosas' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Herbert. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it.